Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is Eileen, owner of Veer Up, a HR career consulting company. And so I know a lot of people are looking for jobs right now, and I just wanted to share a few tips on finding a job during the holiday season. And even though we are in a pandemic, the holiday season is in full swing. You may think that this is a good time to take a break from your job search, but I'm going to tell you that is the worst mistake you could make. This is the best time to ramp up your job search. And I want to give you guys some tips to stay encouraged and motivated while looking for a job. So let's get started. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that like button. Tip number one, keep in mind that companies are hiring. So don't let the news stories scare you about how many jobs have been lost. Lots of jobs have been lost, but they've also been replaced by other jobs. So companies are still hiring. So check job boards such as Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, and things such as Dice. There are thousands of jobs available. It may not be exactly what you used to do, but you definitely can transfer job skills from a previous job to a current job or to your new job. And so, tip number two, this is really important. So, like I was saying, a lot of people are using this time not to apply for jobs, but this is a great time to apply for jobs because it's less competition for available jobs. So, when you have less people applying for a job, your application will become the top of the hiring chain because it's less applicants. So, tip number three is really important. When you're looking for a job, networking is really important. But during this time, you're going to have to network virtually, because you want to be safe. And so, if you're like me, networking is really hard because I'm a true introvert to the core. However, you are going to have to get yourself out there virtually. A lot of ways how most people get job is through someone else that they refer them to. So if you can do a virtual holiday party or if you connect with someone on social media such as Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, you want to make sure that you get those contacts out there and let them know that you're looking. And there's no harm in that at all because you're not looking at it what they can do for you, but also what you can do for them. I mean, so that's why networking is so important. And I also have a video coming about how to network if you are a true introvert. I think that's really important if you're looking for a job. And don't be afraid to talk about your situation to your friends or acquaintances or even anyone in your industry because you might make that connection with someone who can help you and land that dream job that you really want. Tip number four is really important. So you can use this time to organize your information. And so what do I mean by that? Typically, I'm sure you have copies of your cover letter or resume all over your computer in different, locations. But this is a good time to really take your information and put it in an Excel spreadsheet. And don't worry, if you're not familiar with Excel, YouTube has tons and tons of free resources on how to learn it. Because just say hypothetically you apply for 20 jobs and they're just everywhere on your computer. But if you had a call from someone to say they wanted to interview you from a position that you applied for a month ago, if you're not organized, you might not even remember what you applied for. But if you have a really neat Excel spreadsheet that had a list of all the jobs you applied for, when you applied, the job title, and then it's also a good idea to keep that saved like the web page for that company. So when they call you for an interview, you will know instantly what company this is, the information about that company. So that's number tip. Tip number four is something that you really definitely should think about. Tip number five is that you want to review and update your personal brand. Your personal brand includes your resume, your cover letter, as well as your LinkedIn page. This is the time to make sure that everything is matching. So your LinkedIn page should match your resume should match your LinkedIn page. And if you have some other type of information that you put out there regarding if you're a graphic artist, and make sure that your portfolio matches your LinkedIn page. This is something that you can do yourself, or you actually can hire someone to do that, such as my company, which is Beer Up. But your personal brand should always be reviewed on a regular basis. You shouldn't look at it once a year. It should be looked at every 3 or 4 months, just to make sure that you're on top of everything that you have done or everything that you've created. So, tip number 5. Tip number 6, go ahead and accept a temporary job from a company that you really want to work for. It may not be the exact job that you want to do, but it's a way to get your foot in the door and go in and wow and impress them. So typically, a temporary job can turn into a great permanent job. And finally, tip number 7. This is a great time to volunteer. So if you have exhaust all the job and you haven't found anything yet, this is a good time to volunteer, even if it's virtually. A lot of companies are having virtual hiring fairs for volunteer work for their organization. This is also a great way to get your foot in the door. You could connect with someone at that company and they can see how great you are and go ahead and see refer you to someone else to get hired. So, what other better time is there to offer your time for free during the holiday season? So those are my tips to keep you, you know, plugging away at finding a job and not to get discouraged because it is your time is coming. So if you have any comments or anything about that or something you would like to see me review or talk about, go ahead and leave a comment, and as well as subscribe to my channel, share my video, and like this video. See you soon.